Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama Zodi Tarot. So today we are going to do this highly requested video because multiple people have been asking me to do a video on Tyla's upcoming album and all that. So we are going to get into it. Someone wrote, can you do a reading on Tyla's third album? I heard from a thread that it's going to be more successful and she will blow up a lot that year. Can you look into this? And then another person commented and said, reading on Tyla, someone said from on a thread, her third album will jump in sales to 100 to 300K first week, and she will blow up that year, and yet her first only did 20K, and a whole bunch of stuff about Beyonce and rituals and energy siphoning and swapping and all of this. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm not here to discredit any reader. Like I said, this is my downloads from my ancestors, my, psychic downloads, my mediumship, what I hear in my head. I'm clairaudient, so this is just what my gifts are telling me and what I'm getting from reading these cards, which hold my energy and my ancestors' energy. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I don't like looking into dark things, so whatever I give y'all is what y'all going to get. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy and you take something from it, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's just ask about Tyla's third studio album. Is it going to be a hit? Is Tyla's third studio album going to be a success? Tyla, is her third studio album going to be a success? Let's see here. Cannot break the ice. Chilly reception. Bleak. These are no cards so far. Unfinished business. Loose ends. Feels restless. Then we got yes. It's the icing on the cake. All this and sprinkles too. No on pins and needles. Rough patch being stuck. Yes, a sunny outlook. Blossom open to divine inspiration. No star for attention. Empty promises voided. And no cracks in your facade unsupported drying up. And on the bottom of the deck is another no card. Cold shoulder frozen, put it on ice for a while. So listen, we got majority no cards. Okay, we only have 2 yes cards. So most likely, no, this album is not going to be a huge success. It's not going to be, received in the way that she expects it to, with this chilly reception, bleak. Like, she's not going to be able to break the ice with this as much as she thinks that she is. It's funny that this is 3 and this is like 3. This is her third album and there's 3 donuts here. So I'm looking at this saying it's the icing on the cake, all this and sprinkles too. And it's making me think that, like, she really feels like she's the SHIT, and her team makes her feel like, this is the one, this is amazing, she's so great. Like, they really are confident and feel like this is going to be the thing that does it for her. Okay, but I am seeing that, she's sort of stuck in limbo when it comes to her music career right now. And, yeah, she's not seeing the progression, the ascension that she's looking for. They have a great outlook when it comes to it, and they feel like they felt like this was going to be the one, but it's definitely not going to get the attention, with this star for attention, empty promises voided. Like, she's not going to get all these promises that she's being made about how this album is going to turn out. They're empty promises, right? Like, she's dried up, all right, with this unsupported cracks in her facade. Whatever, belief that she has that she's so amazing and great and people love her and she's the shit and she's the next poppin' hottest new artist. I'm not really seeing that that's the case as far as what this is showing me here in this third album. For entertainment purposes only, I don't see that this album is going to, really be received well by us. Like, by whoever it is that, music listeners and the main people that, she's looking to support her music. I'm not seeing that here. All right, so we can get some more fries with that because that's juicy. So, yeah, let's just go here. Let's go to the tarot and see what's going on. Because we know that, there's a chilly reception. So let's see, what is the reception? Let's just start there. How is this music going to be received? We know that, it's not going to do numbers like how people think or that she thinks. So what is the result of this upcoming third album? How is it going to be received by people? With this divine inspiration, we'll have to look into see also, like, what's the topic, as far as her music. Is it going to be something that's more, divinely inspired? Things like that. So let's see. We got the Cozy Witch, 7 of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant, the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so off the bat, what I'm seeing is that, the sales are going to be very, very slow. All right, with this Eight of Wands in reverse, things are going to be moving very slowly. It's not going to be moving fast. Something with this Hierophant, it says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. So it's something about, her doing the way that she's doing things, the way she's going about things, being a little bit more traditional. And it possibly not working out in her favor. She doesn't have a lot of, with this Seven of Cups in reverse, it feels like she doesn't have a lot of partnerships. She doesn't have a lot of features possibly on the music. It could just be, a lot of solo songs, but I'm not seeing that she is working with anybody that's actually good as far as helping her. She doesn't have a lot of support, all right, with the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's what it gives me. She doesn't have a lot of support. She doesn't have a lot of people who are like, oh my God, I love her. With this Cozy Witch, it's kind of like, it gives, she got a little too comfortable, and this album is not going to be her best work, right? She might have just stuck to what she already know, and she didn't try to switch it up. She didn't try to do anything different, and that's what's going to be what it is that has it be received as, there's no growth, there's no progression. That's what I'm getting from this Eight of Wands in reverse. They're not going to see any growth or progression in her music, and whatever it is that she's producing, they're going to feel like maybe she just got a little comfortable and think that her, I don't know, her image, whatever is going to get her by, and it's not. Like, they're saying that she hasn't put in enough work here, basically. It's like, she's not at that point. What does this card say here? Not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. Yeah, exactly. And that's coming out in reverse. So it's kind of giving me that, like, she just don't have the support in the fan base that she thinks that she does. All right, so let's continue in here. We have the Hermit, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers in reverse. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where a few people might enjoy her music. All right, and as far as this album goes, but it's not going to be received well by the majority of people. There'll just be a few. And what I'm seeing is that this comes under bad leadership. This comes under bad management, because we got the Hermit and the Two of Cups. So it feels like she was supposed to do certain things alone, but whoever she's partnering with and working with, that's not the proper partnership she should have with the Lovers in reverse. Like, it's not working. She needs to switch it up. Whoever she's, working with and is getting management and advice from her, who's telling her, what she should be doing, they're not giving her good advice. And it's like, no. Like, they're making her think that she's I'm telling you, she's the SHIT. It says some people are the pumpkin to your spice. So it's like, people really make her, hype her up, and that's great, for her team to support her, but they're not making sure that she does the actual work and the grinding to put it in. Like, she's got to be more than a pretty face out here. It's got to be a lot more than that for people to like her and for people to receive her music well. So that's what I'm getting as far as how it's going to be received. So yeah, talk to me about Tyla personality, towards her music. How does she feel about everything right now? Does she agree? Like, has she just letting everything that people have been telling her go to her head? Like, what's really her perspective on everything, and how's she feeling about her upcoming album? Excuse me. Because we know that she definitely got a lot of dip on her chip. We got Good Luck Charm coming out in reverse. Oh boy. With the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in reverse. So she feels like she's having some sort of, I guess, stroke of bad luck associated with, her money and whoever she's working with this King of Pentacles in reverse. She feel like maybe her finances might be tied up. Her finances are not looking so good. And, like I said, with this divine inspiration, I think that the music that she wants to make is probably not the music that they're letting her make with this Ace of Wands in reverse. It makes me feel like she's not able to, she's dimming her light, okay? She's putting on an image, right? She's not actually putting out the art and the music that she wants to. And so with this card saying having it all looks different to everyone, it feels like, she actually maybe doesn't even want the spotlight as much as people might think, because it comes at a price. She sees that she's not able to put out the music that she wants. She's not able to live the life that she wants. She has to carry this image. Her finances is being controlled. Whoever she's working with, they're not the people that she even wants to be working with, because they don't have her best interest at heart. Like, she just feels kind of screwed over, is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, the Moon in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. So yeah, she's going through a lot of doubt, okay? She's going through a lot of anxiety and stress with this Three of Swords in reverse. She may be holding it together or holding it all in, but under the surface, she's really cracking. She doesn't have as much self-confidence as people might think, and that's something that she's working on, is standing up for herself, being a leader, being courageous, not being afraid to say like, hey, this is not really what I want. This is not really what I want for myself. With this moon in reverse, it's kind of like she kind of wants to put a lot of this to rest, is what it gives me. And she hasn't really taken the time to do the self-reflection that she needs to. Like, she's not able to be her most spiritual, divine self, I feel like. And she's carrying a lot of heartache and pain with the Spirit Swords in reverse that she's not really dealing with. A lot of unprocessed feelings and emotions. So yeah, that's what I would say she's going through. This comes with a lot of pain and a lot of heartache. She feels very alone. She feels like she don't really have nobody, and I don't think that this is really giving her the happiness and the joy and the wish fulfillment that she wants. She feels like this is really a bad idea, and like this is some sort of stroke of bad luck that she's having in her life. Like, so I feel like she doesn't even really care too much about this and even wants to do this. So yeah, with the sunny outlook and then the cracks in your facade is definitely making me feel like with the, hot, I'm looking at all of these cards, hot and cold. It's like she's on two different pages with the people that she's working with. So I want to know about the, the relationship there as far as the people who she's working with, because we know they're not on the same page. We feel like, the vision that she has for her art is not the vision that they have for her art. They're on two different pages, and that's why the music is not going to be received well, because that's going to show that there's something missing. There's a certain passion and energy that's going to be missing from the music. All right, so let's see what that conversation is like. Judgment. Yeah, it's a lot of judgment as far as the relationship between her and her team and who she's working with. The High Priestess in reverse, like, man, she does not like this with the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. All right, so I just genuinely feel like, because I'm looking at these divination cards, she feel like this whole shit is out of her control, right? Like, she doesn't even know what's going on at this point, right? She doesn't even know if she can even trust these people. She feels like she's been deceived, definitely, and I don't think that she feels like she's in control of her life and the way things are unfolding, and she feels like she's up under some sort of judgment, and yeah, that's stressful for her with this Four of Pentacles. It's a lot about greediness when it comes to her money and people wanting to take from her, and her not really even being able to enjoy the fruits of her labor because she has someone else that's controlling her finances and telling her what to do with this Ace of Swords, and always saying, no, we have this great idea and you should do this and you should do that. And yeah, the Magician, the Five of Swords, and the Chariot. She feels like these people, she wants to move on from this partnership because these people are not right. They don't have the right idea. This card says you can't be right all the time. She feels like they think they're know-it-alls. They're not allowing her to have any creative control or any kind of freedom with this High Priestess in reverse. She has no control over what's going on here. And she wants to start doing the things that she wants to with the Magician. She wants to take back control of her music, of her career, of her life, and she wants to put these people to the side. Like with the Chariot, she wants to move and move quickly. Alright, she feels like it's time to move on and move forward and sever this partnership and start doing things independently. She would rather not be attached to any label and work independently and do things on her own, even if she got to come up with the money to do it herself, to be honest, because whatever this is, it's some BS, all right, and she don't want nothing to do with it. So that's what I have as far as the partnership. So I do, obviously wonder about what it is that she would actually prefer to be created, because we have the divine inspiration out here. So let's talk about the differences between the type of music that they want her doing versus what it is that she would prefer to be putting out. While we're, in the energy, we might as well just go all out and see about everything. Top of the deck will be the music that they want her to put out, and then the bottom of the deck will be kind of the energy and the things that she wants to speak about and talk about in her music. So that is how we'll do that next. Because like I said, sometimes that energy get heavy and I'll be like, child, let me pull out of that dark energy and get into some lighter energy. So let's just see the differences here with the music. All right. So as far as what they got her putting out, Interesting. All right. So we have Saboteur coming out in reverse. So she's not allowed, obviously, to talk about anything when it comes to the music industry, what really happens, when it comes to being sabotaged, when it comes to the way that people have taken advantage of her, when it comes to, like anything real, anything raw, she's not allowed to talk about with this Saboteur and Storyteller coming out in reverse, right? Child Magical also coming out in reverse. She's not allowed to talk about her hopes, her dreams, her beliefs, everything that she feels. Like, it's very much they want her to put on this paint this picture, this delusional image that she's somebody that she's not. When it comes to her music, we got Love coming out here, so they want it to be very, sexually focused. They want her to be like a sex symbol, put out all those, attract the male audience, put out all those love songs and love music, anything that's just really lighthearted, and anything passion. They all want it to be all passion and sexually focused when it comes to the type of music that she put out. As well as with Samaritan, I feel like they want her to make it seem like these things help, or that companionship and love and all of that type of stuff is what's going to help you and what's going to be the key and everything. So I feel like they want her just talking about passion and making that the focus. And with the Samaritan, I also feel like it's one of those things where you see how there's another person holding another person's hand. It's like her hand is being held through all of this whole process, right? Where it's like she's not actually speaking about anything that she truly feels. She might even be telling other people's stories of things that it's not really true to her. Okay, like whatever it is, it's more focused towards passion and all of that stuff. And on this card, I'm looking at companion. It says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So this is the energy that they kind of want her to be. They want her to be so unselfish to the point where she literally is sabotaging her own life. She's sabotaging her own career. So for them, it's all about her being loyal to whatever it is. I don't know what these people have on. I don't know what deal she signed. But whatever deal she signed, I'm telling you right now, it's not good. On the shadow side, it says betrayal of misusing confidence is loss of personal identity. So that's exactly what she's going through. She done lost her whole personal identity. None of the music that she puts out reflects anything that's true about her. They want her talking about bullshit, love, passion, sexual things, which is like, all right, I guess that's cool. But if she's not telling anything that any of these stories that she's telling is not true, they're not reflective of her life and what she's been through, then she's telling other people, what other people want her to say. She probably don't even write her own music. Okay, let's see what she wants to talk about. Rescuer in reverse. Yeah, she wants to say, help me, save me. Okay, she want to talk about the way she's been abused, the way she's been sabotaged. She want to talk about the abuse and the tyranny that she suffered in the industry with this king card coming out. She wants to talk about how, people have had this certain sort of rulership over her life and rulership over her. She also wants to talk about more and more divine things, more godly things with this angel in reverse. Yeah. And hero. She want to talk about being saved by God and not allowing herself to be abused by other people and not succumbing to false leaders and false teachers. She wants to put out woke music, like spiritual music, things that help you to, come to a greater consciousness and actually open you up to divine knowledge and inspiration. It makes you have a better outlook when it comes to life and make you want to stand in your personal power and take control of your life and, stand firm. And escape any kind of, BS and bullshit and get out of bad situations and situations where you're being abused and led by, false prophets and false teachers here. She wants to give out wisdom, talk about what she's learned from her experience about manipulation and destructiveness and all the negativity that she's had to face. All right, so that's what's real here, and that's what she really want to talk about. These Don Juans, these dudes that, be in the industry that come around and try to abuse you sexually and abuse your nature and use you to make money, and they pretty much pimp you out in the industry. Like, that's the kind of stuff she want to talk about. It says spotlights your seductive qualities, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. This is the energy. This is exactly what they've been doing to her. I just can't make it up. So listen, y'all, it's messed up, so just be mindful that a lot of times y'all be thinking that this is all about nonsense, but the whole time it be some real sick stuff going on, and it be some real, bad energy and people's whole life be at stake in these situations. It don't just be, rainbows and sunshine. So now this is making me think that, they do have some sort of deeper plan for her. So this is just what I want to know. Do they have do they have a plan? Because y'all did talk about, energy siphoning and things like that. So, I mean, what? Do they have a plan for as far as what they want her to do since things are not going to be working out in their favor? Because the album ain't going to hit. It's just not. So, do they have a plan is what I want to know. Do they have a plan? Like, do they have a plan for what they're going to do about this situation? Listen, I'm seeing patience in reverse, visionary in reverse, watch your words, and there is always enough in reverse. Yeah, they finna take matters into their own hands. They finna take matters into their own hands because with this, there is always enough. They saying that it's not. And if y'all gonna act like there's not enough room for her and there's not plenty of fish in the sea, then they're gonna manipulate their way into us seeing her as the only one. All right, and with this, watch your words. Listen, that's for me. My ancestors telling me be very, very careful what I say. We gotta listen. These things, I don't even like going into certain energy because I'm telling you, y'all, it's not our business. Any of this negative, dark, nasty stuff, you don't need to know about it. All right, I promise you, it's not going to do anything positive for your life to know about these things. Be mindful of the things that you listen to. That's what they're saying. Be mindful of the music that you listen to. Be mindful, okay? Because some of this music is not necessarily going to be good. So just be mindful, all right, of the things that you encounter and the things that you consume, all right, and you listen to. That's important. But with this visionary and patience in reverse, it's like, yeah, they're gonna take their matters into their own hands because they're impatient. They not waiting for y'all to view her in the way that they want to view her. Yeah, listen, they gonna spend whatever money to do this because this is all about finances. This is all about resources and money and what they can make off of her, and they want to make that, and so they're gonna do whatever they can to force their way into us seeing her in this light and pushing her in our face. So that's what the plan is. Listen, tell me more. Is they planning on taking this away from someone else, like they say? Listen, share your gift in reverse. I'm telling you, they want to take someone else's gift. Yeah, you guys are right. They want to take someone else's gift. Bro, listen. So, for entertainment purposes only, y'all, yes. And I'm not going to go into it, but Oshun? Yeah, they shooting high. That's how they want her seen. With this sacred marriage and sweet success coming out in reverse, they want her to destiny swap. Yes, they do, for sure. Bro, the way my left hand is itching, bro, yeah, they feel like this is going to be the way to be successful is to come after those blessed hands. Hasta. If you know, you know. They want to come for the queen bee. And listen, I'm going to have to go to the ancestral deck. This is crazy. Do y'all see this? I hope y'all can see these cards, bro. This is some sickening stuff. Yeah, so they want to terminate that marriage. They want us to not see the queen bee in that light. And they want to switch that over. All right? They definitely want a destiny swap. So, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think we was really going to get into this. Wow. So what's their true intention with the team? Well, we know it's the swap and half of you. So actually, let's ask: do Tyla know? Do Tyla know? What's the conversation happening with Tyla? Is Tyla aware of this and these people's true intentions for her and how they want her to? Whoa, this is. I don't even want to keep saying it. I know what it is. I'm not gonna keep saying it because it's just. This is wow. Oh God, cards falling on the floor. Cards falling on the floor. Let's see what fell. Empathy, and what's this other one here? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to sage like crazy after this. Oh, singe. Listen, they wanna cause some problems. I'm seeing career and empathy. So right now, I'm gonna be honest. Give me one more on whether Tyla knows or not about this. Give me one more before. Laughter in reverse. Okay, so for her, it's a very, very serious matter. And I think that, they're telling her that this is the best thing that she could do because she's very, very hurt about her career. And they're telling her that this is the best thing that she could do for herself. But I think that she thinks it's a very serious matter trying to mess with somebody like that. And I don't think that she takes it kindly. All right, because with career and empathy, I think she really likes Beyonce. So she like her. She like the queen bee. She supports her, right? She's not trying to do nothing like that to her. She feels like this would be a bad idea. Yeah, listen, she values B and B's perspective. B has actually given her kind words, has helped her. It says, I value your opinion and would appreciate your unique approach to the situation. Yeah, great news in reverse. She feel like this is a bad idea and this will be bad news. She's afraid. She wouldn't even want to do this to her. She actually wants to talk to B about it, but she's afraid that, if she talks to her about this, that she might be like, girl, what? So yeah, I don't think that she knows about this. I think that she knows about this, but I don't think that she takes it lightly. I think she takes it very seriously and she wouldn't want to do this. And I think that she's actually very afraid of what could possibly happen to her if her team was to involve her in something like this when it comes to her career. This is crazy. Career and empathy. Yeah, she loves being. She ain't trying to mess with her career and perspective and great news in reverse. She like, man, this is gonna be bad. Like, that's why she want to kind of talk to B about it, and it's very serious. She don't think that that's something that we should even joke about. It's a very serious matter trying to do something like this. But I don't think that it would be a good idea. Let's go ahead and see what the outcome is going to be. Are they going to do this? Let's just go ahead and see what's the outcome here as far as this attempted energy siphoning or swapping or whatever it is that they want to try to do when it comes to Beyonce and Beyonce fans. Because, they want to do something, and that's weird as hell. I heard like they want her to be viewed as they want to give her that Oshun energy, and Oshun don't like that. All right, she don't appreciate that. I don't feel that the ancestors appreciate this. I don't think. But yeah, how do the ancestors feel about this? Firstly, let's see that Storm and Moth and Scarab in reverse. Yeah, listen, the ancestors do not like the Moth. This is the ancestors. The ancestors are definitely watching. They're seeing everything, and they don't appreciate that. She's trying to create some sort of storms and create endings when it comes to her money. All right, and so. Unfortunately, the ancestors is gonna have to stir some things up for Tyla. They're gonna have to, cause some issues for her. They're gonna have to put her through some things. What else is gonna be the result of this? Definitely judgment time for her. The ancestors like, we said it, clear as day. Scarab in reverse. That's how abundant. She's gonna lose her money and she's gonna go through some storms financially. Alright, because you can't try to mess with you can't do that kind of stuff. So that's freaking crazy. Oh my God. What's the outcome here? How's B gonna feel about it? I'm seeing Acorn, so I feel like, what else? What fell here? Poison in reverse, and Wheel in reverse. So whatever she's trying to do to poison her growth, it's not gonna work. It's just not going to work. She's not going to be able to change anything or cause any problems or have her, out of whack or out of alignment. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. She can't mess with Beyonce's growth when it comes to that. So let's just see as far as the future of Tyla's career. Like, what's going to be the outcome as far as her career? I know that things can always change. But I just want to know, like, as of now, what's going to be happening for the girl? Because we know that she's about to be losing it financially, and her finances about to be tied up. She's not going to be doing good. But I kind of want to know a little bit further down the line. Mushroom in reverse. Yeah, listen. Pitchfork, bone, boy. Antidote, pipe, Saturn, and door. Okay, so basically she's walking right through karma's door is what's going on here with Saturn and door. She's about to go through some harsh karmic lessons, and after she goes through those harsh karmic lessons and she goes through those with this the mushroom in reverse, whatever endings that she's about to go through, whatever cycle's about to end for her, whatever growth that she's about to lose, and whatever prosperity, all that good stuff that she about to lose, her reputation is definitely going to be spotted. Because I'm looking at all of these spores and these spots, her reputation will definitely be spotted. And whatever this devilish attachment, with this pitchfork and bone, this devilish family, whatever it is that she was attached to, she will, get herself away from it. I feel like she's gonna realize that she's bugging. She pretty much lost her mind, like when she did this, and when she takes whatever it is with this antidote and pipe, whenever she gets this clarity, this understanding, and this wake-up call, and she gets herself back on track, then things will, start to be better for her. That's what I'm saying. She has to go through some karma though. She has to start making better decisions and staying on the straight and narrow path and making healthy choices. And that's when she'll see things better for her. But as of now, it's definitely going to be some L's for now, and as a result, she will have some sort of spotted reputation. And as far as recovering when it comes to her music career, it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's not going to be easy. It's gonna have to be some way better, healthier choices happening for her. But I am seeing with karmic, with Saturn and door, it's gonna be a lot of karmic doors opening for her. Okay, she's gonna be going through a lot of endings. Okay, a lot of karmic cycles, and yeah, she's just gonna have to grow and evolve through all of this stuff because the moth card just fell again. So, it's gonna take some growth and some evolution for her to get past this. But, it's something that, was a lesson learned for her. So that's what I have as far as Tyla and her third album and, the Destiny swapping and all of that other stuff. I don't want to stay in this energy for too much longer. I hope that answered all of you guys' questions. I love you guys, and I will see y'all on the next one later.